Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel Charang and Charvari. In this video, it's just going to be me, and as you guys know by the title right now, I think I will be today telling you guys about the perfect styling for a Maharashtrian bride. Now, before we start, I do want to reiterate that I'm definitely not any stylist, nor am I a designer, but these are some observations that I've made attending Marathi or Maharashtrian weddings over the years, or weddings in my family, or overall weddings in general. So that is why, since I personally am a bride myself to be, and I'm also a Maharashtrian, these are some tips that I am using to plan my wedding. And for all the Maharashtrian brides out there who are either getting married this year or next year, I think these tips will be really helpful for you. This is why I decided to make this video today. So before wasting any time, let us definitely dive deep into the video, and let's come to the first item that we think about whenever we are planning a wedding. Those are saris for sure. So when I think of Maharashtra, there are only two saris that come to my mind. The first is the traditional Nawari sari. A Nawari sari means a sari that is 9 yards long. And in the previous ages, it was used by women who used to, go for fighting with their, the Peshwa women who used to fight alongside their husbands. Or in later years, it was used for convenience since women had a lot of chores to do in the house as well outside the house. The Nawari sari allowed them to have better mobility in moving around. Today, all of those things do not stand because we have, of course, resorted to more traditional clothes such as jeans, shirts, or even salwar kameez. But it still is known as a symbol of culture and tradition in Maharashtra. That is why, if you're planning your Maharashtrian wedding, you need to have a Nawari sari in your pre wedding or either your wedding festivities. The second sari that comes to my mind when I think about a Maharashtrian wedding is the traditional Paithani. I myself am a big fan of the traditional Paithani sari. It looks absolutely beautiful. To give some background on this sari, the Maharashtrian Paithani originated from the city of Paithan, which is a small city in the district of Aurangabad in Maharashtra. Paithanis are really in style. They have never gone out of fashion. From the old times to the new times, you see different variations of the Paithani that are coming, but the main style of the Paithani has never changed its, thing. And that is why, if you're a Maharashtrian bride, you should definitely have at least one Paithani sari in your wedding festivities because it will definitely create a great getup. And to give some information on the Maharashtrian Paithani sari, there are two types that we commonly see. The first is the self sari. So the sari is just one color. If I get any photos, I'll definitely paste them here. The sari is just one color and it has the traditional Paithani border, and it is just in that one color. But you also have another kind in which there are contrast colors. So a color is paired with another color. For example, red and green, or blue and yellow, or pink and purple. These are some contrast colors which are commonly seen in Paithanis. If you're a Maharashtrian bride, I definitely recommend you should go for the Maharashtrian Paithani. You can get it in any store in, Maharashtra, but I would recommend specially traveling to Paithan to buy this particular type of sari. Let's come to the jewelry that you commonly see in a Maharashtrian wedding. The first is a tanmani. So a tanmani is a pearl necklace with a set stone in the middle. In previous times, it was a very elegant piece of jewelry that was worn by women, by Peshwa women as well as women who were, normally there. The Tanmani is still very elegant, and when you're planning your Maharashtrian wedding, you should definitely have at least one Tanmani in your collection. Again, if I find a photo, I'll definitely post it and add it to this video. But a Tanmani is a must if you're going to be planning your Maharashtrian wedding. Also, the tanmani can be, styled in a way that you don't just stick to it for traditional functions. You can also pair it with your reception sari for a traditional yet modern look. It looks absolutely fabulous. Let's come to the next piece of jewelry, which is a must have if you're a Maharashtrian. That is the Kolhapuri saz. The saz is a type of gold necklace that comes from the area of Kolhapur in Maharashtra. The Kolhapuri saz looks very elegant. It is a very intricate gold piece of jewelry. There are many designs in the saz found now, but the one original design that we get is the one that you should go for your Maharashtrian wedding. It has an overall get-up, and with the Nawari, the Paithani, and all of the sari attire, the Kolhapuri saz looks absolutely great. Definitely go for this particular piece of jewelry. After that, we come to the Waki and another type which is similar to the Waki called the Bazubanda. The waki is worn here on your arm. and it adorns your arm. And why I love this particular piece of jewelry is because we forget to adorn this part of our hand. We have bangles here and we have necklaces here, but this part kind of remains, not explored in terms of jewelry. That's why we wear the waki or the bazuband. You can get many designs in both. There are sometimes set stones, you get it in pearls or gold or even silver for that matter. So if you go to the market and just ask for these two things, you will get a wide variety of things that are currently in fashion. These are some major jewelry that are worn, especially in a Maharashtrian wedding. One more I would add is called a veil. So it starts from your earring here and you can attach it to your hairstyle behind. This was worn commonly by Peshwa women in the early ages, but now it is used as a symbol of fashion in weddings. So do definitely go for the veil. It has a very intricate design, especially if you're going for a hair bun. I would definitely recommend it. Now, speaking of hair, let's come to hairstyles. If you're going for a Maharashtrian bride look, you need to have a bun. The bun needs to be adorned with a gazra, which is a flower garland made of white flowers, and it needs to have a hair accessory called a khopa. So you need to have the bun. It should be adorned with the gazra behind. And there is a small accessory called the khopa, which is stuck in your bun. It looks absolutely beautiful. And nowadays, some Maharashtrian serials that are depicted on TV, you get to see these kind of hairstyles where they show a more olden time in that. Women used to totally wear these hairstyles, but now all of these hairstyles are incorporated into the wedding scene. And that is why if you're going for a Maharashtrian look, all of these things are recommended from my personal experience that you should do for that effortless, you for that overall effortless look if you want that in your wedding. With this, I come to the end of this video. I will also definitely recommend you some stores for all brides to be, and I will link them in the bottom below. These stores are from all major cities in Maharashtra, which I've heard of or which I've personally gone to. So do definitely drop by, and these are the stores in which you get authentic Maharashtrian things. So you can start your shopping from all these places. And with this, I also want to make another announcement. So due to some personal and busy commitments, I will not be, you might not see me on the channel for a while. Sharang, of course, will be making his videos, his content, and you will see him more on the channel. I, of course, will be in the background for a bit till I get my commitments and personal, schedules sorted. And after that, I will definitely return back to the channel as before, and you will see me making more content. Sharang will be promoting and making his content, so do make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our channel. He will be talking about a wide variety of issues. I might occasionally make an appearance, but you might not see me in the same frequency that you used to see before. So guys, stay tuned. I really hope all the brides to be this year and next year love this video, especially brides from Maharashtra. I hope you have a great wedding season. Let the wedding season begin now. If you have not seen my video before this that I've made regarding wedding tips for 2024 and 2025 brides, I suggest you go watch that. It definitely will help you in this wedding planning season. Thank you everyone, and I hope to really see you soon. Since I'll be away from the channel for a while, but you know my love is with all of you guys. So definitely stay tuned. Let me know how you like this video in the comment section down below. Until then, take care guys. Lots of love to you and bye bye.